Hi everybody, it's Stacey here, and the wait is over. So as you know, I'm going to be doing a YouTube with my sister Danielle. We're going to be videoing our journey to weight loss surgery. I'm thinking about gastric bypass surgery, and my sister is thinking about the sleeve. But anyway, this will be my individual story. So we're going to do our own little individual journeys. So we'll have videos where we are together and videos where we are on our own. So where does my journey begin? Mine is a long journey. When I was a very little girl, young, maybe 9 or 10, my mom was always dieting, and I would always diet with her, and my mom would let me. And she didn't purposely do anything. My mom was a beautiful woman, but she was never happy with her weight. She never thought she was beautiful. And for anybody watching this that knows my mom, oh my God, what a beautiful woman. But she was the first person to instill that you had to diet and exercise all the time, because we did so many diets, but we failed so many diets too. But the sad part is that at 9 or 10 years old, doctors were saying that I was not the average weight for my age. And it's very sad to be a young kid feeling like you are overweight and that you have to be on a diet. And it was always sad for me. I always felt like I didn't think the doctors were wrong. Well, of course, I'm 9 or 10, but it was also hard shopping. I could never find anything in my size, but it was mostly because I was always tall. So I was tall for my age. So of course I'm going to weigh more than other kids my age. And it's very sad that doctors back then, I don't know if they do that now, but doctors back then had this average weight that you should be when you're a certain age. And it's just not possible. Everybody's different. There are people that have a small frame that are never going to be the weight of someone with a big frame, or someone really tall, someone really short. So when I think back, it's just sad that I spent the majority of my life, probably almost all of my life, thinking I was overweight. There's never been a time that I can remember in my life that I did not think I was overweight. There was probably one small time where I lost a lot of weight. I was working 2 jobs. I was about 21, and I was working 2 full-time jobs. God knows why. I had a car I was trying to take care of, so I had a Camaro. It was a really nice car. So I was working 2 full-time jobs. I was getting no sleep, and one day I went to take a shower, and I was like, where did my body go? So that was one time where I was like, wow, I lost a lot of weight. But it was just because I wasn't eating and I wasn't sleeping and I was working so hard. But, just going back to being young and diets with my mom, and just always thinking I was overweight. And then I always look back at pictures. So, of course at 8 or 9, I wasn't paying attention to pictures, but probably when I got to be about 12 or 13, I did start looking at my pictures. I'm like, oh, I hate those pictures. Oh, look at me, I look fat. Then when I would get older and look back at pictures, I'm like, girl, you were so small. Now I'm fat. And that happens like my entire life. That has happened where it's been a period of time where I think I'm so fat and just overweight. And I'm probably using the wrong words because I really hate that word, fat, but overweight. And I look back at those pictures and I'm like, you weren't even overweight. You were beautiful. But the sad part about it is that although I was looking at those pictures and I was saying, wow, girl, you were beautiful. Like, why were you looking at yourself thinking you were ugly? But at that time, when I'm looking at that picture, I'm still thinking, no, like, you need to do something about yourself. And then years will go by again. I look at those pictures and I'm like, man, if I could look like that again. Like, this always happens. And it's so crazy that you can't see your beauty at the time when you need to. At least for me, I couldn't. And now I'm just looking back at tons of pictures and I'm like, wow, girl. But now this is the journey that I'm on, and my daughter is not a huge fan because, she doesn't think that that's something that I should do to feel good. Like I should just feel good about myself just because I'm beautiful. She doesn't think that weight loss surgery should make a difference. But I feel like this is something that I have to do for me, and I can't worry about what anybody else thinks because although I keep looking back at pictures, the sad part is that I just can't stick to a diet. I did really good maybe a year and a half ago. I lost so much weight, and then after that, I was doing some things. I was purchasing a home and had some other things going on in life, and I gained the weight back. And now I'm at a point where I'm trying to lose weight again, but I'm 51, about to be 51 in a few weeks. I just want to enjoy my life, and I'm tired of not liking my pictures. I'm tired of feeling good when I go out, but then I pass a mirror and I'm like, ugh. So I just don't want to live my life like that anymore. And I think that weight loss surgery will help me be who I want to be. I just want to be different. So I don't know if that sounds bad, but I have gained a lot of weight and I want it gone. And I've done a lot of diets and exercise over the years. And now that I have been approved for weight loss surgery, is something that I am going to do. So, back to kind of my journey when I was younger, you know, me and my mom would diet a lot. We would have exercise clubs, and, you know, we failed. We could never stick to a diet. We could never stick to an exercise routine because we just didn't want to. We like to eat. We like to just enjoy life. I had so much fun with my mom. I miss her dearly. We played games. Me and my mom, we had fun, and my two little sisters. So even though we were always thinking about dieting and losing weight, we never succeeded. And I think because that was set in me when I was so young, failing at diets, that I've failed at them my entire life. I think there's only been one time in my life, and that was a couple of years ago, which I'll do that in another video. I did have great success, and I was living such a good life, and I want to go back to that. And I think with this weight loss surgery, I really do good because I'm older now. I'm ready to give up some things that I don't think I'm going to want again. I think I'm ready to give up some things. And with this weight loss surgery, when me and Danielle, we're going to do a video because there are some things that you have to make life changing changes, and they're not easy. But I think at this point, I'm ready to make those changes. So I will continue to tell you my journey because I think I've kind of gone off topic a little bit through this video, but I'll go into my journey a little bit more in my next video. But for now, I'm going to end it here, and my sister will probably have a video coming up in a day or two, and she's going to get started telling you her journey because we're different. We're 11 years apart, so her journey is probably a little bit different than mine. I know my sister, I can't imagine her. She could, maybe she never told me. I can't imagine her thinking she was fat at a young age. She was always beautiful and just so outgoing and just wore what the hell she wanted to wear. And, you know, I never did wear everything I wanted to wear. I did wear some things because, you know, at some point it's like, okay, whatever. But so she'll tell her journey and, you know, what she went through to get here. So I also have another video that I'm doing because I'm starting back on my Proactive. So if anybody's watching this that knows me, you know I've always had problems with my skin. So during this 6-month journey, I'm going to go back on Proactive. Proactive has been the only thing in my life that has really been successful with my skin. I've always had really bad skin, and if you could look now, it's really nice right now, and it's because of Proactive. But my chin is just, all my life, that's been like my problem because at the time of the month I break out and then I get a little chin hair, so I'm constantly picking them with tweezers. So down here is always like a little dark area. And when I'm using Proactive, Proactive is the best thing I've ever used in my life. So I just ordered Proactive again. I'm going to be doing some videos about how Proactive helped me. I'm going to show you some pictures from years ago as an adult. Really bad problems with my skin and breakouts, and it wasn't until I really started using Proactive that cleared it up. But then the problem was once it was cleared up, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I can stop paying for Proactive because it is not cheap. And so, but then I was using other things that just didn't work. So I started breaking out again. So just started back on Proactive a couple of days ago. So I'm going to do some videos. So hopefully in 6 months, this will be clear. Usually Proactive takes about maybe 2 months before it really clears up really good, if you really, do it like you're supposed to twice a day. It's just a little bit harder to keep up with that routine because of COVID. So it's like a lot of days I'm in the house all day. So I don't really want to be scrubbing my face 2 times a day. So, but I'm going to go ahead and do it because it really worked for me. So like I said, I have a video for that too. That's different from this video, but it's still part of my 6-month journey to being a different Stacii. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you can like and subscribe and share with your friends if they're going through some of the things me and Danielle are going through, because I've watched a ton of videos of people and their journeys, and it's really, made me decide about things that I want to do, or directions that I want to go in my life, because you kind of see what other people have gone through and how the changes that they have made, and those things can help you. So I'm hoping that these videos can help you decide if this is something you want to do, and the good and the bad parts of it, because there's some things that are hard, but a lot of things are fun because I have my sister to do this with, so it's pretty fun. So anyway, again, like, subscribe, share. See you in the next video.